So now that you have your own ad account and your videos, I will be teaching you how to advertise properly using meta ads. The first thing you need to do is go to your browser and type this adsmanager.facebook.com. Okay. So again, adsmanager.facebook.com, and you will be taken into a page just like this one. If that's not your ad account, make sure to click this, select the proper ad account, new business ad, real estate ad account. So this is the ad account that we're using. Okay. All right, so let's create a new ad. There are 3 levels to an ad. First and foremost, there's the campaign level, the ad sets level, and the ads itself. So in a single campaign, you will basically select what the purpose of your ads is. Is it for messaging inquiries? Is it for leads generation? Is it just for engagement? This is where you will select the purpose of your campaign. And in a single campaign, there can be multiple ad sets. Ad sets is where you define your audience. Are you targeting audience from Metro Manila? Or are you targeting audience from provinces? You can separate that if you want to. So this is where you separate your audience inside the ad sets. And finally, the ads level itself. The ads level is where you select which particular post you would like to advertise, right? So let's go to the campaign level first and create a new ad. There you go. For this, we will be selecting engagement. That is because the purpose of our advertisement is to get messaging inquiries. So we do engagement, click on continue. You want it to be manual engagement campaign. So you can set your own audience, you can set up everything manually. And I believe this is still the best way to create a new ad rather than going with tailor messages campaign. So click on manual engagement, continue. And then you can name your campaign, for example, let's say first Reels ads campaign. Then we can name it like that. Then you don't want it to be advantage plus campaign budget. I usually go for the ad set level budget. So just leave it like that. All right, then click on next. So new engagement ad set. Again, we can rename that. Like for example, November 1st Reels. So something like that. This is an example page. So you can basically search for your own page here. But yeah, make sure that you are advertising the right page. We want people to message us in Messenger. So select this as your destination. You don't have to connect an Instagram account or a WhatsApp account if you don't want to. Okay. So next is we define the budget. My suggested budget would be at least 1,000 per week. Okay. If you can go more than that, then please do. Because seriously, you have a lot of competitors when it comes to Facebook ads. And what you want to do is to make sure that your video will be seen by a lot of people as soon as possible. I always say that it's better to spend a lot with your budget during the beginning. So this way, you'll be able to find the right audience right away. Then as you go along, you can just decrease your budget as necessary. But during the first week or during the first month, try to spend as much as you can so you get the right audience immediately. And then you can start planning later on how much can you really spend when it comes to advertising. You can then start to decrease your budget. So my lifetime budget for 1 week, let's set this for example as 2,000 pesos initially. Then that would be November 11. Today's November 11, and I will set it for 1 week until November 18, 2000 would be enough. Normally, my clients, when it comes to real estate, their budget is around 15,000 to 20,000 pesos in 1 month. Okay? Some some of them, my most successful clients, their budget is around 10,000 per week. They really know that they can find the right audience that way and that they can sell their condo units quickly with that amount of budget. So 10,000 budget per week is actually pretty normal as well. So for this purpose, we can start at 2,000 pesos, right? Then let's set the audience. So don't worry, I prepared the document which you can download below, and it contains the audience setup. So you don't have to take a guess what's the right audience for you. Okay. So here we go. If it's from the Philippines, then you would like your audience to come from the populated regions like Metro Manila, Calabarzon, and CPs like Pampanga and Cebu CPs. So that's what we will be using. So let's edit this. Let's go for Metro Manila. Then Calabarzon. Then you can go for Pampanga. So we can do Pampanga Angeles City. There you go. And perhaps about 2 miles from there. Or let's see, we can expand this to 3 miles. And we can also include Cebu City. All right. So please do unclick this. You don't want this. You want Facebook to target only the main CPs and the main audience that you want, right? So unclick this. You don't want this. Your goal is to decrease this. See, the estimated audience size is around 26 million to 30 million. That is way too much. You want your audience to be as little as possible, probably ranging around below 500,000, around 100 to 200,000, or even below that, 50,000 plus would be enough audience for you. Okay? The more audience that you have here, the less targeted it will be. So the lesser the number here, the better for you. So you don't want Advantage Plus audience. All right? Facebook has been pushing this for quite some time now. So unfortunately, if you have no way to switch this off, then it's just the way it is. And you would just have to narrow your audience down further. I believe there's some accounts where you can no longer turn this off. But as long as you can turn this off, do try to click to switch to original audience option, right? Use original audience. But again, if you can't turn that off anymore, the key is just trying to narrow down your audience even further. Okay. So we switch that off. Let's see how many we have now. We still have 26 million. So let's narrow that down. Right, age, we do 25 to 50, right? So don't worry, I've included in a document below that you can download the audience step up, which you will be selecting, right? So Advantage Plus detailed targeting, so we can no longer do anything about this. Like I mentioned earlier, Facebook has been trying to push Advantage Plus audience as much as possible. That's fine. What we want to do is to limit the number of audience to this level, around 100,000 to 200,000, or even below that if you can. Normally, you would see millions, like 60 million plus, or 10 million plus, or even 2 million to 5 million audience. You want it to be at this level. All right, so this is what you will do. Again, select the age 25 to 50. You want it to be people who prefer high-value goods in the Philippines. and must also match. Okay. So how do you do this? How do you do and must also match? You see here a button that you can click, define further. Just click on that button and you'll be able to add more parameters when it comes to selecting the right audience. So just click on define further. All right. So people who prefer high value goods in the Philippines, click on define further. Then select frequent international travelers, click on define further again. Then select property finder, real estate investing, interior design. Click on define further once again. Click on engage shoppers. These are purchase behaviors, people who actually click on shop now when it comes to Facebook ads. So you know that these people actually buy from the ads that they see in Facebook. Then it must also match credit cards interest. So these are people who do have credit cards and they can spend through their credit cards. So that's defining further once again and define further to mortgage loans banking. All right. So by that point, you would have reached 187,000 to around 220,000. If you want to define it further, you can. Or if you want to stop at this level, you can. So again, let's see if we define further. I only want people who are interested in iPhones, for example. So if I define that further, that would decrease it to 121 to 143. Let's define further. I want people who are interested in MacBook only. That would decrease 48,000 to 56,000. Why are we doing this? Because we want people who have the money to invest, right? So that's about it. And next, if you want, you can save your audience. Like for this example, we are saving this audience to real estate first audience. Right? So there you go. And click on save. Next is placement, right? So I would suggest, as for placement, that you do it manually as well. So we click on manual placement. I want people to see my ads from Facebook, not from Instagram, not from an audience network, and not from Messenger. I just want people to see my ad from their Facebook feed. Okay? And that's about it. Click on next. And finally, we're here to select a particular ad that we want to advertise. So let's name this as video 1, for example. If you have 2 or 3 or 5 videos, then use existing posts, select posts. This is fine. Just select posts and try to find the post that you want to advertise, right? Click on this one, for example. And then that's it. You will see how it looks like. The call to action is the same message. All right, let's go to message templates. What I want you to do here is just to edit it and personalize it according to what you want. But to be honest, sometimes a simple one can work as well. You can use AI generated questions and you can have answers to them, or you can just have a welcome message and ask the person how you can help them. All right, so let's edit this, for example. Again, this is just an example page. But like I said, sometimes a simple welcome message will work. This one will work just as well. So another option would be, instead of doing frequently asked questions, you can do quick replies, right? Like they can push a button or they can click a button like I'd like to learn more. And you basically paste the details here that you want, right? So it's really up to you, Or you can type here, hi, can you give me your email address? Email address and phone number. So I can send you the details. So something like that would work as well if you don't want to provide all the details through this messenger. And then you can have a follow-up message like you wanted to follow up. Do you have any questions? Follow up. Let me know if you're interested in a property. And or something like that. And just make sure to save the template and name it something like real estate messages one, and then just save the template. And that's it. Click on publish and your ads should be ready. And of course, if you haven't yet, make sure to add the payment method so that your ads can begin as quickly as Facebook reviews it.